I'm so blessed that I have a grandma that's 92 years old. What would it be like for my mom if she had the help of a robot? Would you trust a robot with your mom?
I don't think I trust it to be alone, the sole caregiver, right? But the way you
Yeah.
described it of your mom can't lift your grandma anymore, but the robot can come in and help as a supplement, I like that a lot.
Does having a robot for your elderly person, does that create more opportunity for connection, or does it create more opportunity for distance? Ever wonder how one conversation can change your perspective? You're listening to On the Mic with Joe C. Real conversations with real people. And every episode leaves you with something new. Alrighty, let's fucking go, man. Carlos.
We're back.
Back at it again.
That's right.
Right? Back at it again. How you been, man?
I've been good. I've been good. Yeah. Looking forward to this.
Right.
I feel like it's a highlight of my week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is absolutely the highlight of my week, right? The dynamic of this has been much different for me than in the past, right? In the past, it was a different guest almost every time. This has been an awesome dynamic just because, like, we already have a relationship, and then we send each other shit during the week, right? Like, I send you shit, you send me shit. Hey, what about this conversation? Hey, what do you think about this one, right? Like, you know, the Puerto Vallarta thing that we already had like a full-on conversation about, right? Like that, like things like that pop up. And so being able to have that kind of communication with someone for a show has been a completely different dynamic, man. And I really appreciate it.
I want you to know that I value our conversations because it's the only chat where I'm not sending food. In different restaurants, like I'm actually sending shit of substance. I send everybody else like, look at these nachos.
Look at these.
Tortas a chilaquiles. Check this
When
shit out. When are we going?
When are we going?
No, on this one, there's actual thoughtfulness that takes place. So I appreciate having that.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. So thank you for that, right?
For sure.
So for this one, right, I remember I think the first time you and I recorded the conversation that I wanted to have for this episode today. I think it was the first time we recorded like our new episodes together that you and I started talking about the humanoid robots and what it would look like for us to have elderly care, right? Like through robots. And man, like this is one conversation that I've been waiting to have with you, because when you and I started having that conversation, I think you and I immediately knew this is a good one, right? Because I think we stopped. Like, we were like, okay, we're going to save this for another time.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to save this for another time. But I've been super excited to have this conversation because my grandma, right? I'm so blessed that I have a grandma that's 92 years old.
Incredible.
92 years old, right? I'm also blessed to have a mother that's 68.
And who you wouldn't think is 68, because I met her at the shop just the other day, and I was like, oh my God, 68? She looks incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, man. 68, right? And yes, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. My mom's fucking phenomenal. Shout out Norma Rams. I love you. You're the shit. We're going to go have breakfast tomorrow. Love you.
Yeah, we're all going.
We're all going.
I have this torta chilaquila place we should go check out.
The one that your friend sent you.
Yeah.
The one that
That's the one we're going to.
That's the one we're going to.
This is where the world's combined.
So she's 67, right? And she's been caring for my grandma now for like the past decade.
Yeah.
Right? The older my grandma gets, the harder it is physically, right, to take care of my grandma, to manage my grandma's needs, right? And all of my mom does look great, right? My mom actually is great for her age. Age gets to you. It doesn't forgive you.
It doesn't.
At all, right? And so having to physically manage my grandma can be a little tough sometimes. She has her husband there to help her, which honestly, if Tony wasn't there, I don't know how my mom would do it, right? But why that conversation is exciting for me to have is because, and there's pros and cons to everything, right? But it's because I see my mom and I see what she kind of has to manage. I don't want to say go through or deal with, because fortunately my mom, like, she does it out of her heart. Is it stressful sometimes? Yeah. Like, does my grandma forget shit? Absolutely, right? Like, is my mom sometimes like, Mom, that's your grandson. Oh, shit, right?
That's tough.
Yeah, right? Like she sometimes doesn't recognize my daughters, right? Like, they'll go in, oh, hi, mija, and then she'd, like, turn to my mom and be like, who's that? Right? And it's not like full-on dementia, or anything
No,
like
I
that.
get
But
it.
like she's forgetting, right? But she remembers, Mom, remember it's so and so, and she's like, ah, yes, and then she rebuttals it with the memory that kind of validates for us that okay, she
She's
does
still
remember.
there.
She's still there, right? Like she didn't put two and two together then, but when we gave her one, she put the other one with it, and now
get it.
she connected, one and one. But I just wonder, like, what would it be like for my mom if in this moment in time, right, which I think is a very near future, right? When I have no clue, but a very near future is what would it be like for my mom if she had the help of a robot, right? Like the Tesla. Have you seen the Tesla humanoid robot?
I've seen videos.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of them, I don't know if it's AI or if it's real, but the ones that I know for a fact, they're still really impressive.
Yes, absolutely. These things are super impressive. Super impressive. The dexterity they're starting to have,
Yeah.
like in their hand. Dexterity, by the way, that's a big ass fucking word. My bad, guys. So, like, dexterity is like just the way we move our hands, the way we can grab certain things, right? I heard Elon Musk talk about it once that the reason why a humanoid robot is taking so long, right, is because what is one of the most like complex things in the universe, right, is the dexterity of an arm. The way the fingers move, the way the wrist, the arm, the way the tendons, like to mimic the dexterity of an arm. What I heard from Elon at least was that portion of the robot is the absolute most difficult to get, right? The dexterity of a robot. But even then, like these things, you can see like they're gonna be very capable, right? They may not be capable of throwing, like or doing a lot of the things that humans can do because of that dexterity.
Yeah.
But I think about it, if my mom had some robot that could help go under my grandma, lift her a bit, help to bathe, right? Help her up to maybe go to the restroom, right? Like how much easier would it be for my grandma? I mean, for both my mom and my grandma to manage this situation. And now I'm glad we're here because now I can get your thoughts on that, right? Like, I know that conversation was interesting to you, but why is it interesting to you to have that conversation? Do you have somebody in your family that is elderly? Would you trust a robot with your mom, right? Like,
You know what? I think I would. And I'm gonna base it on something that's kind of silly, but I trust my car to drive for me. I trust.
That's right. You have a Tesla.
Yeah, I got the Tesla.
That's right. You have a Tesla.
I pay for that monthly fee. I let that thing drive me. There is nowhere I drive to. Nowhere. Like if I'm going to like Walmart, which is 1.5, I enter it into my thing and I just sit there.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've driven to Vegas with it. It literally taken me from my house all the way to Vegas, and I just basically pull up to the casino. And I think technology is just advancing so much that although I understand there's risks, right? Like the Terminator theory, right? I understand all of that. I think I would. I don't think I trust it to be alone, right? The sole caregiver, right? But the way you described it of your mom can't lift your grandma anymore, but the robot can come in and help as a supplement. I like that a lot. And I don't think we're too far away from that.
Neither do I, man.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
And I was reading an article about the cost. It doesn't even seem like 50 years ago, if you would imagine this, you think it's only the rich.
Only.
Right? You're thinking the Jetsons. You're thinking so many different things, right? But I think it's actually going to be, because think about it, like there's a self-driving car that's out there right now, my car, right? It's not expensive. It's cheaper than a Mercedes. It's cheaper than a BMW, right? And it drives itself. It's pretty incredible. So I would imagine that you could finance these humanoids with warranties, with whatever it may be, and you might be able to get a good deal. Like, would I buy one that's like aftermarket, made in China? I don't know, right? I'd probably trust only Elon with it, but still, I think it's a pretty. I would think I would trust it. How about you?
I would absolutely trust it. I'm big on technology, right? Like, I wouldn't say I'm like fucking pro AI. Like there's a lot of shit that I feel like should have some guardrails, right? Like, I really do believe AI needs to have some sort of safeguards, right? I don't think it's going to, by the way. That's my opinion.
It's going to be tough to implement.
So I think the only way AI starts being more safety focused is, unfortunately, if some tragic event happens, like something really bad would need to happen for the world to wake up and say, wait a minute, if we let these fuckers get to AGI and make this thing that's smarter than every human and give it unlimited energy, which is what they're trying to do, right? With nuclear, right?
Yeah.
They're starting to dabble back into nuclear and, so like, right? You give this thing unlimited energy and you give it ultimate intelligence, right? Like, what can you really, how are you going to control that?
Well, now I don't know if I want it anymore, Joe. Now that you've said that,
Right?
I don't know that. Well, I think that's a risk, right? Especially
it is.
if you put in, let's say, I'm just imagining, right? I have this robot. I'd say, hey, every morning my mom needs to be raised to go to shower. You need to pick her up and take her here, right? And then you program it to the robot, and the robot's like, yo, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go I'm going to pick you up now. My mom's like, no, not today. I'm kind of tired. No. Get your ass up. Picks her up by force against her will. My mom's screaming, right? Get in the fucking shower.
Carlos fucking told me.
My Apple calendar says 8 o'clock. You're supposed to be in this fucking shower. I don't care that you were up till 3 in the morning. 8 o'clock? I think that's when you're going to be like, damn, this shit's fucked up.
Bro, I never even thought of that shit, right?
Well, it just hit me right now. Like, if you put it in the calendar, the robot's going to do it.
Gonna fucking...
Like, how are you going to program the robot to be able to tell that, my mom likes to party, right? My mom's a great time. How's the robot going to know that Friday night, my cousins came over, my mom took some tequila shots, and yeah, she's not going to wake up at 8 this morning. We're looking at a 10 o'clock start time with like a little menudo to just kind of get the vibe right for the day.
And the fucking robot's like...
The robot's like, fuck no. 8 o'clock is what I'm programmed to do. Your ass is getting in that shower. That's
again, safeguards. We need safeguards, right? So again, even then, right? You what you said, like it's comic, but shit you got to think about.
Yeah,
shit you got to think about. What's gonna happen when mom doesn't want to listen to the robot? Like, is that gonna have a safeguard?
Yeah,
right. Where I get home and the robot's like sitting on the couch smoking a cigarette, looks at me like, bro, I fucking tried. Like,
I fucking quit.
Bro, I fucking tried.
I'm not programmed for this. How do you deal with this?
But so, yes, I would. And the question that comes up for me, though, right? Like, as I've been thinking about this whole, robot with the elderly is, and I think it's going to be subjective, right? But does having a robot now take on most of the physical responsibilities and caregiving responsibilities for your elderly person? Does that create more opportunity for connection, or does it create more opportunity for distance?
Yeah, and something that comes to mind, and as we were talking through and researching, and I wanted to learn more, but I didn't want to just show up today and just speak on top of my mind. One of the things that I saw in there was the cultural debate, right? So like it might be embraced in the U.S. more. So like in the U.S., for example, there's a ton of homes for elderly people.
Yeah,
people are comfortable. There's a certain demographic, and I'm not saying white. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying there's people that were raised a certain way that are comfortable putting a person in a home, right? But in Latin America, at least what I'm exposed to, it's like a pride point to take care of your mom. It's an obligation. It's a responsibility. It's like, I'm not going to let anybody else take care of my mom but me. And so when I imagine, you said, would I let a robot help? I would let a robot help, but I don't know that I would let a robot take over. Like, yeah. I'm probably going to be there, much like you described your mom doing. I would imagine your mom would think the same way. I think that's the issue. Like, culturally, would it be embraced by everybody? I know that certain cultures would. The second thing that I think about is I think it would bring it closer, because I'll tell you, taking care of an elderly person, that's tough. That's tough. I know there must be hard days for your mom, and I know there must be days.
Bro, there's hard days for my mom a lot, bro. Like when I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this one for me, man, like, dude, my mom's a fucking, like, to care for your mom like that, right? Again, my mom, she loses her patience, right? Like,
yeah.
She doesn't have patience, and it's tough, it's challenging. And then my mom has her own traumas with my grandma that are probably still unsettled, which then causes more impatience, right? Like there's a lot there. But
Yeah, I'd probably
my
bring up a
mom,
bunch of shit from when I was a kid. I'd be like, hey, remember when you said
remember we
this?
said this shit, right? You're gonna
Time is
forget
now, Mom.
tomorrow, right? You're gonna forget tomorrow. But even with all of that, man, my mom does so much for my grandma. She does everything for my grandma, bro. It's been 10 years almost. 10 years, Carlos, that my mom can't just on a whim go on a weekend getaway.
You can.
Bro, she can't. Like, she has to consider my grandma because my grandma doesn't like being home alone at night. Right? Like, she's super independent, but like at nighttime, she gets like a little freaked out. Right? So my mom considers that. My mom considers my grandma's fear of being alone at night. And because of that consideration, has to have like my uncle come over, watch her for a few days. Me go and like check in on her. My 20-year-old daughter has stood a weekend over my mom's house so that my mom can go to a conference for the weekend or whatever. Like my mom does so much, man, and it's difficult. I can see it in my mom sometimes.
Yeah. So the point I was getting to is that's not unique to your mom. I think that's unique for a ton of caregivers, right? And we're talking about elderly, but there's also dependent children. There's also, kids that are born handicapped, right? Like
I didn't even
all of that, right? And that strain sometimes causes divide, right? So what if your family, like what if, let's say me, I'm taking care of my mom, right? Because I don't have the frustrations of all these things that the robot in theory is helping me with, we can just focus on our relationship and we can just focus on enjoying our time because the robot's going to do a lot of the stuff that sucks. Maybe it brings you closer together. But I could also see where people think it brings you separate because there's a certain care and compassion that comes with bathing your parent, bathing your child, doing these things that create more of a connection. Mm-hmm. It's tough. I'm not sure where I lean on that.
That one is tough, man. And I think that's why a little while ago when I was saying that, I said it's completely subjective, right? How many people got social media and used it as something that took over their life? And then how many people got a hold of social media and used it as a tool to completely change their life?
Absolutely.
Right? Like it's a tool, right? I think just like social media, it's a tool. It's just how do you use the tool or do you let the tool use you, right? And in this case, I really do believe the robot can be a tool, just like ChatGPT can be a tool. Right, but when you let it do everything for you, that's where I think the disconnection comes from.
When I in theory stop visiting mom and just checking on my phone, like she's like a Ring doorbell, like is she all right?
Sure,
all right, she's just watching TV. Cool. Tell her I said what's up, robot.
Yeah, dude. It's interesting you mentioned that, right? It's interesting you mentioned that because just like before, right? Like they show the pictures on social media where it's like you're in a train and everybody's their face buried in their phone, right? Their phone is right here. But then they show an old school picture of a bunch of people on a train or a bus and everybody's buried in the newspaper.
I know.
Right?
I seen that.
So right now that you said like checking in on my mom through my robot, my mom actually has a baby monitor in my grandma's room that at any moment from anywhere around the world, because it's connected to Wi-Fi, she can go on her phone and she can check in and she can even talk to my grandma through the baby monitor. Yeah. Like with or without a robot, right? And I'm pretty sure it's not unique to my mom. That's already a thing, right? Where we're checking in on mom through this baby monitor now. But I mean, when they get to that age, right? If you want to at least have a little bit of a life, my mom needs to work still, right? My mom has a social life. My mom is very involved in her church. My mom goes to breakfast with her son, right? Yeah. Like my mom does shit, right? But my grandma's already at an age and in a state where having an eye on her 24/7, or at least being able to have an eye on her 24/7, is necessary if you still want to have a life outside of the home.
Absolutely.
Right? So I mean, technology's already, going there, but this is a whole different level. But there's something you said a little while ago that I didn't even think about, man. My sister has an autistic child. Her firstborn was in the spectrum. And man, like people like my mom and people like my sister, bro, that's a different kind of human.
Yeah.
Like that's a different kind of human, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if I'm put in that situation, like push comes to shove, hey, it's your kid, it's your mom, it's your dad, like you just do what you got to do. At least I'd like to think that that's how I would be, right? But to be able to see it with my mom and see it with my sister, right? That you have this kid that like forever won't be able to have like a normal life, right? And to care for this child when they're throwing tantrums and it's man, caring for an autistic child is something that those are super parent, like those people are superhuman. The parents of these children that dedicate their lives to making sure that this child, no matter what, lives as normal of a life as possible. To me, you are fucking superhuman.
Yeah.
Right? And this robot, we're talking about elderly, but this robot can help with that too. Yeah. Right?
Kid in a wheelchair, kid with autism.
It's like risk reward, right? Risk reward. Like what? Like, you know, is the reward, right, of being able to have that extra time worth it?
Well, is it worth it or is it necessary, right? So coming up to this thing, I pulled up some data, and you know, you and I had mentioned the care for elderly people, and I typed into ChatGPT, right? What percentage of our elderly are going to need help? And so let me share with you what it said. In the next 5 years, we're going to see most of the baby boomers are going to be at an age where they're going to need help.
My dad's a baby boomer.
Yeah.
Dad, I love you.
Yeah. It's huge. By 2030, every baby boomer, right? We've been talking about baby boomers forever. They're all going to be over 65. The largest population we have in the U.S. is going to be over 65. Who's going to take care of them? That's like a legit issue. There's caregiver shortages already. It's going to be expensive. So we need to think about how do we take care of our loved ones, or just in society as in general, like just the people that are going to be over 65 that are going to need the help. Because they're already screwed from Social Security. They're not getting a ton of money.
Yeah, no. My dad's getting like 1,000 something a month, bro. It's fucking ridiculous.
What do you do with that?
You know how much money my dad paid into Social Security? It's fucking stupid.
It's crazy.
It's stupid.
It's crazy. I work with a senior living home, and I do some work with them, and I partner with them. And these people are getting like $1,300, $1,200 a month, and their rent is $1,100 a month. That's crazy. And their loved ones can't help them. They're barely surviving on their own. And so these people are out there just eating soup, Maruchans every day, just trying to get by. That's crazy. And so on top of that, we got to figure out how to take care of them.
Man, that's wild. You know, right now that you brought up baby boomers, and I said my dad's a baby boomer, right? I'm super grateful for my pops, man, and the example he was able to set for me, right? Like my dad, just like me, right? And just like almost every single, if not every single human being I know is not perfect.
Yeah.
By any means.
Absolutely.
Right? Like I could say all kinds of shit about my dad. And fortunately, there's so much more good with my dad than the bad, right? So I love my dad because one of the things that I've heard him say since I was a kid, right? And one of the things that he's told himself since he was, younger, was that when he grows up, he doesn't want to be a burden for his children. That part, like a big reason for his drive and his ambition for financial freedom and financial success is so that he does not have to be a burden for his children.
Yep.
Right. And so how many of them have grown up to believe that, right? To have that thought of like, damn, I'm going to be a burden one day. Right. Like,
go ahead.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say, it's a big shift in mentality. And I'm going to go back to culturally. In Latin America, you have a lot of kids. And then your kids take care of you when you're older. Mm-hmm. And it was an expectation. What a shift, because your dad's from Latin America, to now be conscious of not being a burden.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way. I don't want to be a burden to my kids. I tell them, if there's ever an opportunity where you either pull the plug or you got to decide to take care of me for the rest of my life.
To change diapers? Just pull the plug.
Just pull it. I don't want that either. You don't want that? I don't want that. Let's not pretend like we do. Just let me go. Right? I tell my kids all the time, and I even put into like my trust. I was like, you pull that thing ASAP. Don't think twice. Because I want them to be happy. I want them to be able to live. As beautiful as I think it is that your mom it has to consider your grandma before she goes on trips. I don't want my kid and I go on a vacation. I don't want it impacting her relationship. You just said her husband, Tony's cool as hell, right?
Fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah, but what if Tony wasn't cool as hell? What if this was causing problems in the relationship? Right? I don't want to feel that. Especially if I have Alzheimer's. I don't even know what the hell's going on anyway. I tell my kids, if I got Alzheimer's, I don't know who you are. Just leave me. This ain't a notebook situation. Don't come read to me. Just let me go. Just you go live your life. I don't know what the fuck's going on anyway. Don't come read me stories. Don't waste your time.
Don't come read me stories. Hey, look it. I am not Drew Barrymore. Don't take me on 50 first dates, right? It's okay. Yeah. Just gotta,
Yeah,
we're good. Just surprise me newly whatever. Right?
Surprise me whatever.
I don't know anyway.
I'm not gonna remember. You live you, right?
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's definitely a shift in mindset, and one that I can relate to because I definitely want my kids to be really happy and not have to worry about me.
And you know what? This right here, though, is one of the things I think about when it comes to these robots. Right? My dad's only way of making sure he wasn't a burden for his kids was to make enough money so that he can live a comfortable life and pay for his caregiving, right? Like that's my dad thought about that. Like when I need care, I want to have the money to pay for it. So for us though, right, we have the possibility. Again, I'm not an AI expert. I'm not a robot expert. I don't know what's coming. I believe what's coming, right? I've seen the data. I've seen what's out there. And I don't think it's really hard to assert that these robots are coming. A possibility for us at our age now is make enough money to maintain the robot, right? Like, because now rather than feeling like, oh man, if I don't make enough to pay for my own caregiving and stuff, then I may just be that burden for my children, like physically, right? But now there's that option of like, hey, look just visit me, guys. Like, I don't need you to do shit for me.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need you to care for me. I don't need you to watch me at nighttime. The robots got me if I'm afraid of the dark, whatever,
if I fall,
right?
It'll pick me
if
up.
I fall, it'll pick you up. And
Dial
it'll notify
911.
you immediately, guys.
Yeah.
So look just don't worry about caring for me.
Just make sure I got good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. That's it. I just want to fuck my iPad, right? I want to be a kid.
No,
right?
I want the Wi-Fi for the robot so the robot can contact people because robot ain't doing shit if the Wi-Fi goes out. Yeah.
If it's a humanoid robot, you got Starlink. Remember that.
Okay, my
Starlink
bad.
is about to fucking be wild, right? Like this fucker's got satellites. He's got more I think the second most satellites is like fucking 100 times less or 200 times less than what Elon Musk has out there. Right? Anyway, off topic. But, like that's one of those things that now we can consider. Like, look, I'm going to be cared for now. Like I'll have someone to make me food. I won't go hungry, right? I have somebody that if I get injured, immediately help is on the way, right? So being able to now look at my kids in the future, hopefully, because again, robots may destroy the world, but I'm not going to really do anything to stop that anyway. So I might as well take advantage of the tools while they're there.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to tell my kids, look at this fucking I'm going to make sure I make enough money to retire and, take care of this robot, pay for this house, the taxes, all that stuff. Just visit me, man. You don't need to do anything else, right? Just call me, visit me, come read me stories while I still remember.
I still remember.
Right?
Come read if I remember, yes.
Yeah. If I'm still remembering, come read me stories, right?
Yeah.
Go on vacation with me, right? Like just do those things, knowing that the caregiving portion will be taken care of by then. I don't know. I kind of like that idea. Me, personally.
I do. I think we're in agreement there. I think it'd be great in my day job, right? We run plans for people, and one of the things that we found is that the cost of just living somewhere and having care is just crazy. What ideally would happen is you work your lifetime, you own a house, you pay it off in your 60s, 70s, let's say, or at least your mortgage is so little because you bought it so long ago that you can stay in your home and be cheaper. Mm-hmm. But when you go into a home, you're looking at $7,000, $11,000 a month, $120,000 a year. I can't imagine that the robot would be more than that.
No.
Right? Even if it was, it's still 1 year versus 15, 20 years. Now, something that just hit me that I think I would now kind of play devil's advocate here, right? Because we're both agreeing on this. The harm I see in the robot, though, is the loss of independence. So I'll give you an example. My old father-in-law, this dude, much like your mom, looked great at like 65, 70. The dude was working every day, had purpose every day, was involved in his church, and that kept him like active. I wonder if by having these robots, if we get them too soon, if we get it before we need them, just like the internet, it'll make us lazy. Just like social media, I won't do anything now because I don't even have to leave the couch because the robot will walk my dog. The robot will clean my house. Yeah. The robot will do all these things I need to do. And now that I'm less active, do I age faster? Do I deteriorate faster? That just hit me, and I think that might be a real thing.
I mean, it could be, right? Like, I don't remember where I seen it. I think it was from that show 1928 or one of those Sheerden shows. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, those cowboy shows. But there's this scene where it talks about like the guy's trying to sell a refrigerator, right? It's like in a Western area.
Okay.
And he's trying to sell like the convenience of the refrigerator. Like if you own this refrigerator, like you'll have more time to do more of this and go to the theater more often. Da, da. And then one of the guys was like, no, if we buy that thing requires electricity. I'm going to have to work more just to keep that, right? Like, nah, I'm good, right? So again, I think it's a tool, right? If I say, okay, I have this tool that now cooks for me, cleans for me, and does all of the yard work and all the things I don't want to do, now I'm going to commit to that gym. Now I'm going to commit to working out. Now I'm going to commit. Carlos, I don't want to hear it.
I want to hear it. I got to tell you right now, there's no fucking way I'm going to the gym if I got a robot. I'm already thinking about all this shit on Netflix I need to catch up on. But yes, in theory, yes, I will be at the gym.
Yeah, in theory.
I guess for sake of this example. But go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
But you know what I mean? It all just depends on how you use the tool, right? Is ChatGPT already fucking with people neurologically? It is.
I think so.
People are having ChatGPT think for them, right?
I think so. I think ChatGPT is making me think less. There was times where I'd be drafting something for work or I'd be drafting communication that I need to send out that it would take me like 20 minutes to really organize my thoughts and write something out and make sure that it flowed in the way that I wanted it to. Mm-hmm. And I cheat now. I type it into like Copilot or I type it into ChatGPT and it spits it out in 1 minute. It tells me exactly. I say, hey, I need to send a summary of this data. And I need to send, I want to make this point, and I want it to appeal to this audience. And then it drafts the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, does it make my life more efficient? Absolutely. But that muscle, that brain muscle, I'm losing if I'm not using it.
Yes.
And so sometimes I almost feel like I need to stop myself from doing it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Absolutely.
Like
and playing devil's advocate here, right? And again, I'm a AI guy, right? I kind of like the AI stuff, right? I think one of the biggest mistakes, right? It's a tool. Again, I believe ChatGPT, in my own personal opinion, that it is a tool. ChatGPT is a tool, right? And so I feel like the way people are using ChatGPT now, yes, it's absolutely going to do that to you. It's going to have you work parts of your brain that you no longer work, right? But like me, when I use my ChatGPT, I collaborate with it, right? Like, for example, I'll just give you an example. If you guys don't know, there's a little button on ChatGPT, the little bar where you type stuff, there's a little microphone right there. That's a transcribe button. That fucking thing has changed my life.
You told me about that. It's been a game changer for me.
Yep. It changed my life, guys. I'll put a screenshot or whatever. I'll circle it for you guys. But anyway, that transcribe button changed my life because I am not a writer. Right? I don't write very well. If you've seen my writing too, it looks like fucking in second grade, right? I'm not a writer, but I love to speak. Obviously, I fucking have this podcast, right? I love to speak. So I hit the transcribe button and I talk to it. So just for example, right? If I was drafting that email that you were saying, right? The way that I would do it is I would hit that little transcribe button and I'd be like, hey, chat, how's it going? So look there's this email that I need to write. This is the data that I need to compile together. Now, my intention for sending this email to this group of people is to communicate this, right? And so now that you have this data, now that you know my intention, right? The intention that I have for this communication, right? Ask me 5 questions that would help me better tune this email in a way that focuses on the tone that I want, in a way that communicates the information that I want communicated, and in a way that it lands for the other person listening. Yeah. Bam. And then it asks me questions, and I answer those questions, and I collaborate with it. And at the end of the day, right, I had a partner helping me with the email, not a person writing it for me.
So you didn't delegate, you collaborated with it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And that's how I use my ChatGPT. And I feel like if most of us used it as a partner, right, as a tool, as a soundboard, right? Because there's shit that I say to ChatGPT where I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't say this to a real, like an actual person.
No, it's my freaking therapist. Dude.
Exactly, because of the judgment, right? But ChatGPT won't judge you. You could be like, whatever.
Sometimes I feel some of the questions a little judgy, but whatever. I get you. Sometimes I'll ask you a question like, "Hey, slow down, ChatGPT." But yes,
but
I get
it's a fucking robot, right? It's like it's air responding to you, right? Like there isn't this actual person that you have to worry about. What are this person's thoughts?
Yeah,
I know. I just told him I got really fucked up and I ran across the street naked, and this is my homie, so he shouldn't. But is he? Like, does he feel a little weird around me now because like he fucking, I told him I was naked and in front of his mom's house, running across the street, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't got to worry about that shit with ChatGPT, right?
absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't know. That was a little rant, but yeah,
it's a good point, and you could argue you're building a different type of skill. Although you're not drafting a message alone, you're learning how to partner and collaborate, and you leverage artificial intelligence, which we need to. Mm-hmm. If you don't do it, you're not going to be able to compete in the future. It's a big differentiator in success, I think, going forward.
Absolutely.
As much as we might be cheating ourselves, if you're not using it, somebody else will.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like the people who didn't adapt to the calculator, right?
Yeah.
Like
or the computer. Whatever it may be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The advantages that people have when they do adapt.
I think about, I saw, I'm involved with like a real estate nonprofit, and through that I've met a bunch of agents, and I saw an agent post the other day. I used to go to classes to learn about actual real estate. Today I took a class on how to engage on social media, like what's happened to my life. And it's true, if you're a real estate agent 15 years ago and you were like, nah, dude, social media is a fad, I'm not going to use it, you would have missed the boat. Because some of the most successful people I know leverage social media really well. There's a couple that come to mind. Crystal and Gerardo Limon. I know them. They're really successful. If you follow them, they're incredible.
What's their? Shout them out properly.
Oh my God!
It's okay. I'll put it in the comments.
We'll put it in the comments.
I'll put it on the thing.
One of the things that I love that they do is I feel like they found the right balance between showcasing a little bit about their family, helping you see who they are as people, the things that are important to them, the things that resonate with them, and then why they're qualified to help you. Like they do these videos where they go into homes. Like I just saw Gerardo post today. He went into a home and it was like a hoarder. And he walks you through the process of how he flips it, like how he cleans it up, how he does it. And so you learn from it. Then you want to do business with them because you know that they have the experience and the knowledge to be able to help you. And so I think they've mastered social media and done it in a way that's not goofy, not silly. It's like legit. Like you walk away being really impressed by their knowledge. And so I think they do that well. There's a couple of others that I've seen do that well. But if you're an agent today and you're just door knocking and you're just showing up to people's houses and trying to convince somebody who doesn't know anything about you to do business with you, you're going to be tough. Because I've been through online building a relationship with Gerardo and Crystal, getting to know them, knowing their family, knowing what they're about. That's the first person I'm calling when I got to buy a house or sell a home.
Yep.
And so I think this is one of those. I think AI is exactly that.
Yeah.
They learned it before others. Now other people are trying to catch up, but they're already leading.
Yeah. And AI is going to move faster than any of these other things, I believe. Right? Like, I mean, it's going to move so fast that if you don't jump on it, becoming more aware of it now, something that before would have taken you like 10 years, right, will take you so much more. Like AI is changing in days, right? Like in days, it's changing. Right?
Think about how much better it's from 6 months ago.
Oh yeah,
just from everything. Just not just in the conversations you can have with it or what you can request from it, but just even like the videos that are made through AI. Like you can't tell the difference now. Mm-hmm. It's really hard unless you look at really good details to know if something's AI or not. All my marketing for my company, I do it through AI. My logo through AI. So I think as we move forward, it's going to be good to embrace it in all capacities, right? We talked today about caregiving, humanoid robots. I talked about my love for autopilot.
Yeah.
My love for just leveraging it. I say embrace it because it's better to live and experience it than to live and not experience it because you're afraid of this thing that we're not even sure is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And one of the things that we've been doing on the shows, right, that I want to just repeat, and I'm going to repeat it every show, guys. Carlos and I, we do this show to engage with you guys. Yes, we engage with each other, right? Like honestly, it doesn't matter what happens after we stop recording today. Carlos and I already won because we already had a blast researching this stuff,
Yeah.
sending each other things, on social media, and then actually being able to bring it to the table and have that conversation here, get each other's thoughts on things, right? And we would love to get your guys' feedback. What would you guys do if you had an elderly person in your life and there was a robot that could help you with it? How would you use it? What are your thoughts? Do you think getting a robot to care for your autistic child or a robot to care for your elderly parent or grandparent, do you think that would create more opportunity for closeness? Or do you believe that would create more opportunity for distance, right? Now that you don't have to do anything for this person, maybe you don't have to be around as much, right? But we want to hear what you guys have to say when it comes to all the conversations we have.
Yeah. And I laugh because you said, tell me what you would do with a robot. And I'm like, well, I don't know if we want to know everything you're doing. I've seen some of these robots looking thick as hell, and I already think of some of you, Sucio. So let's keep it PG here.
Yeah, please, guys, please.
What would you do from a caregiving standpoint? I'd like to hear how many people are actually afraid of this and really believe in that Terminator theory, right? When you think about the fears, when you think about the concerns, what are the ones that come up? Are there things that come up for you that we haven't thought of? That it would be great to hear from people. And so, again, like Joe said, the invitation's out there for everybody. If you disagree with us, if you think, oh, that was so off base, if you think you disagree with the cultural norms that we talked about, I'd love to just get a perspective and participation. And our commitment is that we'll follow up. I responded to some comments today. I know you responded to some comments. DM us, send us videos, give us perspective. If there's things that you'd like to see us talk about in the future, we also welcome that too.
Yes, please. Yeah. Any topic that you guys feel would be great to hear, two perspectives come forward with it. We would love to know, right? So DM it, comment it, whatever, especially if you don't agree with us. Honestly, we want everybody to interact with us. We want feedback from anybody who will listen, anybody who's willing to engage in dialogue. And we're looking for the people that don't agree with us also, right? We're also looking for people that don't see eye to eye with us. And that's what we're doing this for. We want dialogue. That's all we want. We just want dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, Joe, thanks again. Another awesome session. A lot of fun, man. Every time I come here, it's a really good time, and I can't wait for our next one. Shout out to our sponsors. I think we'll kick it off with the OG, the main sponsor for all of this, the original Clip Joint. 2 shops, one in San Dimas, one in Covina. When you call, you're not speaking to ChatGPT, you're not speaking to AI, you're speaking to either Joe or his wife at the shops, and you can make an appointment. Jasmine will take your call. All the barbers do a terrific job, and you can make appointments so you don't have to wait. The vibe is cool at each and every one of the shops, and so we welcome you to come join us. Also, our sponsor, you're wearing them today. You want to showcase?
Mastermind. Well, Mastermind should be live. Mastermind.com, MSTRMXND.com. My best friend and I started a clothing brand. We've had it for about 6 to 8 months now in the work. It's now live online, and you should be able to go and purchase a tee. We have shorts now too.
Shorts too?
Yeah, we have shorts, hoodies, T-shirts.
I'm still waiting for the plus size to drop.
Yeah,
but I can't wait to join.
I got you.
Absolutely. And then the last plug I'll do for my company, if you don't mind,
yes,
Joe.
Yes.
Anteater Home Solutions. If you find yourself paying too much for home internet, please reach out to us. We have a ton of specials. We have different providers. At the same time, we offer home security, light construction, anything that you need for your home. We're here to help. So feel free to reach out with us and follow us on social media. And again, thank you, Joe.
Do you have social media for Anteater Solutions?
Anteater Home Solutions. It's the Instagram.
The way it's Anteater Home Solutions. There's no dashes. There's no nothing.
That's
website?
It. Yeah, www.anteaterhomesolutions.com.
So just Anteater Home Solutions, Google, Pam, everything will pop up.
Everything will pop up. You can see our Yelp reviews. We got great reviews. We pride ourselves in our service. But yeah, again, thank you for listening. Thank you for following. If you found value in some of the stuff that we shared, please like, comment, send us a message. We really appreciate all of you, however many of you it is. We have a lot of fun doing this, and we hope that it creates some value.
Hell yeah. Carlos, thank you so much.
Awesome. There it is.